Hey guys, it's your girl OG Teddy B back with another video. Before I start, I'm wearing some contacts. I got them from a beauty supply store. The color is Hazel 3. So here I'm starting with applying olive oil to my hair, and this is to add some moisture to my hair and give like a nice sheen. Using my tail comb to do my part. I wanted a side part because I always do a middle part. So that's pretty much what I did here. I'm taking my paddle brush to kind of just comb through the hair, get rid of any knots or tangles. And then I'm taking my favorite edge control at the moment, the Blueberry Bliss Control Paste. I can't even pronounce it. And I'm applying that all over my hair. I like to apply this first. You can see me just applying it to my hair, and I'm just kind of smoothing it with my hand and then using my brush at the same time. But I do like to apply this first, and then I'll go in and apply the gel over top of it afterwards to kind of just seal everything in. My hair is natural. Right now it's lightly pressed out, and I just did that because I'm putting my hair in a ponytail and I want it to kind of, match the ponytail as best as it can. So again, I'm just doing the same thing over and over, trying to get everything slicked down. That brush is hard, actually. I should be using my toothbrush, not the brush, but that's the closest thing to me at the moment. And again, I'm just brushing away the little edges I have. Oh my god. And I'm slicking my hair into a ponytail. And I use a headband because I just always break ponytails. Taking the Eco Styler gel and just, again, like I said, going over it. And then putting some over my edges again. And I'm taking a toothbrush this time and just kind of combing them into the direction, or brushing them rather into the direction that I want to brush them to, and getting those edges looking neat. Just slicking it over top of the hair, and this will help to keep my hair as neat as possible or as slick as possible. So once I'm done doing this, I'm just going to, well, obviously here I'm showing you guys what it looks like, but I'm going to take my head tie. Now I take a do-rag first. I know this looks weird and it's old and it's kind of ripped, but it still does the job. I'm taking the do-rag first. I'm applying that, or putting that on my head, and this helps to keep my hair slick since my hair is natural, like I mentioned. And then after I tie the do-rag down, I'm using another head tie, and this is just a normal one. And I'm going to apply that on top of the do-rag, and that just helps to hold that down. Like I said, my hair is natural, so I got to use any preventative measures to keep this looking as slick as possible. And I'm rolling it up so when I put my foundation on, I don't have a weird line. Okay, and I'm starting with my brows first, and I'm using my MAC Cream Gel Fluid Line in the shade Brunette with my Anastasia Beverly Hills double-ended brush to kind of apply the product in a hair-like pattern. So first I kind of line underneath the brow, and then I kind of go through the brow making hair-light strokes, and then I go on top of it afterwards and I line the top of it. Now once I do that, I just take the brush afterwards and kind of just slowly brush it, or brush the product through my brows, and kind of brush out the front part so it doesn't look too intense. And here I'm taking my flat shader brush with my favorite concealer, my Pro Longwear concealer in the shade NC45, and lining underneath my brow bone area, and this is to clean it up and also add a bit of a highlight since I did get a bit darker. And once that's done, I'm going to just kind of blend it out with the Beauty Blender because I felt like it looked a little harsh. And I'm using my Utterly Becoming paint pot. This has been my new favorite paint pot. I noticed I've been drawing for it more than laying low, but applying that all over the lid, and this again is just to create a nice base, so when I apply my shadows they pop. And of course I'm setting out my Sacha Buttercup powder, and now I'm going in with my 224 brush and soft brown to begin the transition for the colors I'm going to use. And I'm going into my Burgundy x9 palette with the shade Quarry, and I'm applying that color to my upper crease area. Then I'm also taking a 286 brush and using the shade Ho. And after that, I did take a blush because I didn't have a pink shadow that was that color, so I used a blush called Let's Be Friends, and I'm applying that to my crease area. Now this part it's really tedious. It's literally a back and forth between the 224 brush, 286 brush, the 221 brush, literally. So I'm going back and forth with each. I'm using the 221 brush to apply product, then the 286 to kind of blend the product into the crease, and then the 224 brush to kind of diffuse the product. Now I needed a bit more depth in the eye area, so I went into my Reveal 2 palette from Coastal Scents, and I used that plumish burgundy-ish tone to add some depth into the crease. And again, I'm using that 286 brush to kind of blend it all out. Now here's the fun part. I used Too Faced glitter glue before I applied my pigment, and I just found it allows the pigment to apply a lot brighter and a lot smoother. And I am using MAC's Fuchsia pigment for this look. I just wanted something really pink and something really bright, so I said, you know what, it's my birthday, let me go all in, and I did just that. And I'm taking the 221 brush again, and I'm just blending out the edges of the pigment so it doesn't look too harsh. And my favorite eyeliner at the moment, MAC's Liquid Lash, I'm using that to line my eyes. And I'm just doing a cat eyeliner, not too thick, but defined enough that you can see it. And once I'm done that, you will see me applying my primer to my face. And I'm using the MAC's Prep and Prime Face Protect SPF 50, sorry. This is a new primer that I'm trying out, but I like this one because it does have some SPF in it, and in addition to that, it's good to mattify the skin. And it's summertime, I'm gonna get oily, so I gotta get it together. So here I'm mixing the Pro Longwear foundation in the shade NC50, and also the Pro Longwear Nourishing Waterproof foundation in the shade NC50, and I'm applying that with my Sephora number 78 Airbrush blending brush. That was a mouthful. And after I applied that foundation on my skin using that brush, I went over with my beauty blender, just because I feel like the beauty blender, it's just great to give coverage, and I needed a bit more coverage for the look I was going for. And I'm using the NC45 concealer, obviously, and I'm applying that underneath my eye area, and I'm blending it out with my Miracle Sponge. I need to stop calling it a beauty blender. It's not a beauty blender, guys. It's a Miracle Sponge from Real Techniques. And using that same brush, the 78 brush, to kind of just diffuse the edges of the product so the concealer blends more into the skin. And now applying the concealer to my forehead area, obviously to also illuminate this area, and then blending it out with my Beauty Blender sponge. You guys saw me mist my sponge with my Fix Plus, and that was because I just felt like it got a little dry, and when the sponge is damp, it blends the product out a lot better. So now I'm just setting everything with my Sasha Cosmetics Buttercup powder. I have not touched my Ben Nye powder since I've received this, guys. I really do like this powder. Sometimes I feel like it can be a little dry, but it's nothing that Fix Plus can fix. I'm using my Technicolor eyeliner in Graft Black to line my waterline area, and you guys know I've not had a black eyeliner pencil for a while, so I was loving this. Now I'm using that shader brush with the color Passionate and Let's Be Friends, and applying that to my lower lash line, and back into the Revealed palette with that reddish purple color to kind of smoke out the lower lash line area. So I did go into my Anastasia Beverly Hills palette using this shade Chic. If I didn't pronounce it right, I will put it in the description box, guys. Everything is always in the description box. And I'm using my favorite powder, MAC's Mineralized Skin Finish in Dark, with my powder brush to just set the rest of my face. And of course, I did contour Nooksie's nose, guys. Here I'm using the Plum Dressing Blush by MAC. That might not be the right name. I will put it in the description below. But now I'm highlighting out my face, glowing it up with that gold color, of course. So again, the high points of my face, tops of my cheeks, my nose, my upper lip area. And I'm using Motive to just give my brow bone a nice highlight. So I did end up mixing two highlighter colors. I did use this champagne-y color as well to put over top of it, and I really did like it. So of course I'm prepping my lips with my Prep and Prime lip pencil by MAC, and I'm using two ColourPop liquid lipsticks to create this lip look. I used the More Better first to create the base look, and then after that I did go in with the shade Stingray, the lip collaboration that ColourPop did with Miss Ray Ray. And I put it in the middle area just to kind of create a very subtle ombre effect. So you'll see me kind of dabbing it in the middle area, and then I'm kind of rubbing it out with my lips to kind of blend it out, and just dabbing a bit on the top area as well and blending that out. So after this I was like, honey, I'm feeling this look. And let's go back into the hair. So I did take off my head tie, guys, and this is what it looks like, nice and slick. So basically what I do before I do the ponytail is I just braid my hair in 2 sections. So that's what I'm doing here. And once I'm done braiding the hair, I put an elastic band on the ends of it, and then I start slowly wrapping the braids around to create a bun. And this is to tuck my hair away so I can apply the long ponytail. So I did use some fairly inexpensive hair. It was just some synthetic hair because again it was just a ponytail style. I only intended on keeping it for 1 day. I believe it was a 22 or 24 inch in the color 1, so it's jet black. I doubled the weft and then I started putting it on my hair. So basically I put it on my hair, I got a hairpin, I pinned the first portion down, and then from there I just began wrapping it around. So I started wrapping it fairly tight, and of course, you know, you want it to be secure because you do not want to be going anywhere and trying to act like you're cute and then your ponytail falls off or gets caught on something and comes off. That is not a situation you want to be in. So here I am wrapping it around, and if you hear noise in the background, I'm not by myself right now, so you might hear a baby, you might hear a really big-headed kid turning on the pipe knowing I'm recording, but yeah, sorry about that background noise, guys. So when I'm done, now I pull a section out of the ponytail and I put gel on it and I start wrapping it around. Now the purpose of me doing this is to cover the weft. So I'm covering the base by wrapping the hair around it, and when I'm nearing the end of it, I do take another hairpin and I pin the end of it in. Once that is done, I'll just comb out the hair, you know, make sure it's not tangled because it does get a bit tangled after you wrap it around. And once that is combed out, that's pretty much it, and voila, we're done. So guys, I got ready, got a cute dress and everything, thinking I was going for dinner. So on the way to dinner, my eyes started itching because I told you guys I was wearing contacts. So I'm like, you know what? They need to come out. We have to stop at my cousin's house. So I'm like, okay, perfect. And right into the bathroom and take these contacts out. And then this is pretty much what happened. Yo, Christian did a good job, okay? That's why he's my boo.
Were you surprised?
Yes, I was pissed. I can't believe you guys surprised me and everyone that I love is here. Okay, OG Teddy B. Thank you so much to you guys for putting this together for me. I was honestly truly pissed the hell off and overwhelmed with happiness at the same time, if that makes any sense. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.